Good afternoon, guys. I just got finished putting a rough country speedometer recalibrator software update tool thing on this 2019 Ram 1500 because the tires I had put on it um, had the front leveled 2 inches with Motofab spacers, and then with 295 60 20s. And I noticed my speedometer was off 3 to 5 miles an hour. I was using a little GPS speedometer app on my iPhone, and I had read where it maybe affects shift points with the truck. So I wasn't too crazy about that going on. So I ordered this rough country little programming tool. Just hooked it up, completed, and it seems to be dead on. What it does, it reads your truck for trouble codes. For some reason, mine had 5. I don't know what they are. I'm going to look them up later. And then you have to clear those trouble codes with a tool before you can change the tire size on the truck. So it's very simple. I had a little trouble finding the little green block where you plug the communication port up. I'm going to show you where that is here in a minute. But here's the wheels and tires I used. I went with factory 20 black Ram wheels. I really like those. And Nito ridge grapplers. So let's check out where this. So this is what I did. This panel right here is where I had to access the block to plug that. I hope you can see where I plugged that cable up to. And that came out. It was 2 screws, and I used a plastic trim tool to pry that down. So it wasn't too hard. Sorry about the sun, guys. It's late in the evening here. So the instructions said to update the little device, do all this other stuff. I don't have a PC. All I've got is Macs, Mac laptops. So I didn't update it. I just plugged it up. The first size I went with was a 33, and when I test drove it using a little GPS app on my phone, it said that I was actually going faster, actually going slower than what the speedometer in the truck said. So that means I went too big on the tire. So I backed it down. You can go in quarter intervals, so I backed it down to 32.75, and I just got through driving it again. It seems extremely dead on. So I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to show you guys what this tuner looks like. So it kind of looks like the old Nintendo game controller. And the way it works is 4 buttons up and down, left and right. And you just choose yes, no, and tire sizes up and down. And that's all this thing does is calibrate your speedometer. It doesn't do any horsepower stuff. You plug your communication device up. You have to plug it to your 12-volt little cigarette lighter plug, and then you turn the truck to run, which you push the start button twice without putting your foot on the brake, and it just walks you right through the process. Like I said, it was pretty easy. One thing I did notice though, it seems like on my gauge cluster, the little center digital, you know what I'm talking about, in the middle of the speedometer and the tach, I think when I pushed run, mine used to say Ram on it, but now it just says 1500. I don't know if I'm imagining it used to say Ram. Maybe it didn't, maybe it did. If you guys could let me know that, I'd appreciate it. It's not a big deal, but it's not so. I don't think it's supposed to affect anything. And then, like I said, I don't know. But yeah, I wasn't worried about the speedometer being off. But then when I read that it might affect the transmission shift points, and it's definitely going to affect mile per gallon readout on the dash, you know, and I kind of want that to be accurate. Not that I care, obviously, running these tires. I'm extremely happy with these tires. It's the first time I've had the ridge grappler. I've always run trail grappler before and had a lot of luck. Man, they're noisy. these are a lot less noisy on the road, which I really like. But that's pretty much it. That's all I can think of. If you have questions, if you find out if yours still says RAM on the cluster, let me know. I'd appreciate it. And until next time, thanks.